Welcome to the Bass Plugs.
Hey guys, today we're going to tell you all about our 5 favorite rods and why we like to use them and how we like to use them.
Alright guys, the first rod I'm talking about today is the Abu Garcia Veritas, the original version, not the 2.0. It's a medium heavy, 6'7". It's a broomstick. It's a great rod for jigs or for flipping or anything you need some power for. Now the reel I have on this is the Okuma Helios, the original, the green one. And this reel and rod, I've used it for years. I've caught lots and lots of fish on this thing. And it's a solid rod, always dependable. What's your first rod?
My first rod right here is the Falcon Lowrider 20, and paired with that I have a Shimano, I believe it's the Curado, and it's the newer version. I like this rod a lot. It's a finesse jig special. I like throwing shaky heads and also small jigs on it. Not really good for anything bigger than about a ½ ounce, but it's a great rod. I love this thing and I've caught a lot of fish on it.
My next rod is the Okuma TCS, designed by Scott Martin. This one is a jerkbait edition, and it's 6'6" with medium plus action. The action is great for getting that perfect twitch on the jerkbait in the water that the fish can't resist. The length is great, to where you're not hitting it in the water, hitting the side of the boat, which always gets annoying with longer jerkbait rods. When I first had the rod, I was wondering if it was strong enough, because it's kind of smaller looking, but it handles some pretty big fish, and I'm very happy with it. What's your next rod?
The next rod I'll be talking about is my topwater rod. With this, the reel that I have on this is a Japanese reel called Lixida. I'm not sure where I got this reel, but I'm pretty sure it's from some friend or someone like that. With that paired, I got an E-Motion Berkeley rod. This is also, it's a good rod. It has just enough tip action where you can really pop it a little bit and get it to go back and forth and walk the dog. Perfect for these topwaters. I like throwing poppers on it too, but it's just all around great rod for anything topwater wise. It's a 6'10" and it's a medium by the way too.
My next rod is my crankbait rod. It's a David Fritz Lew's Speed Stick. It's a great rod. I picked it up for pretty cheap at the Lew's headquarters. The reel I have with it is the Concept A by Custom 13. Great rod. I have the Trick Shop one with the purple. I love this reel. It's really a slow reel. Exactly, it's 5 to 4. Great reel for cranking. Great reel, and I love the grips on it. This rod is really good to really get the crankbaits down deep quick, and it's just a phenomenal rod. What's your next one?
The next one I'll be talking about is one of my favorite jig rods. I was actually gifted this for Christmas from my dad. It's the Mike McClellan Cara ST from Falcon Rods. I love this rod. It's a little bit more expensive, but it was worth it completely because I've had this thing for about 5 years now and I've caught a good majority of my fish on it. It's perfect for those ½ ounce to 3/4 ounce jigs or anything in between with jigs, really. You could throw shaky heads, any of the bottom baits mainly. It's a, I believe, yeah, this one's a heavy 7-1. I like throwing my jigs personally on a heavy, my bigger ones, but I'll usually go to a medium heavy whenever it's smaller size.
Okay, our next rod is a Skeeter East jerkbait and topwater rod. I used to use this for jerkbaits, but since I got that new Okuma, it's become my topwater rod, and it's been doing a better job with that than I would have imagined. It's a great rod. I have paired up with the Aura SX by Albert Garcia. Great reel. Throws this thing a mile. It's perfect. And the rod has got great action for moving the bait through the water, walking the dog, anything you need it to do. This specific one is a 6'8", medium fast action. I love it. It's just a quality rod. It wasn't that much to pick up at local tackle shop. What's your next rod?
Next rod I'll be talking about now is one of my other favorite rods. It's also another Cara by Falcon Rods. This one is the T7. It's a weightless worm rod, but I actually prefer to throw my jerk baits on it. The reason being is because it's a medium, and so it has more, I think about halfway through the rod it actually starts bending whenever you pop the rod, so it works great for jerk baits and makes them really pop left and right great. It's 6'7", I believe, also, and yeah, it's medium. And then also on this I have a Shimano Curado, another one of the newer ones. Really good reel, really good rod, super lightweight. Love this thing.
Alright, for my last rod, I have a Duckett Ghost. And I'm using this rod for my spinner baits. This is a 6'8" medium heavy, and the reel I have with it is the Custom 13 Inception. And this reel, I was really impressed with how the distance it could throw these spinner baits. And there have been times that this thing will just, especially when you're throwing into the wind, it'll just chunk them, and it's just amazing. This Ghost is lightweight, so you can really feel when the fish's belly comes up behind it and grabs it. You just kind of feel a little difference in the weight on the spinner bait, and it really helps out. You can really feel the speed that you're moving those blades, and it's just a phenomenal rod to throw your spinner baits on. What's your last rod?
The last rod I'll be talking about is one of my personal favorites and my only finesse rod that I mainly use, and that is my Spin Cast. This is an IMX G Loomis spinning rod with a Daiwa reel. I'm not sure, I don't know the exact reel this is, I just know it's made by Daiwa. It's a perfect rod. It's a 6'10". It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but it's been completely worth it. I can trout fish with it. I can bass fish. It's an all-around great rod. It's not necessarily an ultralight because it's mainly a shaky head rod, but you can use it for almost anything. It really doesn't matter. You know, Spin Cast can just go with anything small. So I love this rod. Caught a lot of fish on it, and it's performed well for me. And that's all we got for you all today. Have a nice day.
And thank you for watching.
It's recording.
Alright, out here at Silo Falls in Rogers, Arkansas, fishing. Caught me a couple fish. The bass is big though. Alright, so let's get the bass up there first. Big old bass. I don't know, bro, that thing might honestly go 9, maybe 10. Big old bass.
The tip is perfect for giving the jerkbait the swab in the water, and the height is great for not being too long until you're hitting the boat.
You said swab or swab in the water. What the